Whenever y'all are. Are you going to be leading or what? We're live streaming. Whatever you play down.
My name is Tahira Amtuwadu. I'm an attorney for the community of Slumber. In the middle of Khadijah Smith, she offered to make a class statement today.
Can you spell your name before you start?
Yes, it's Tahira, Tahirah. Last name is A, M as in Mary, A-T-U-L-W-A-D-U-D. Khadijah Smith is spelled K-H-A-D-I-J-A-H. Smith is spelled the traditional way. And to her left is Tahira Clark, also an attorney. Spelling is the same first name, Clark spelled traditional, C-L-A-R-K. So this afternoon, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This afternoon, Judge Collier sentenced Robert Doggart on the 2 counts of solicitation. He sentenced him to just over 19 years in additional terms. This is the close of a somber period for the people of Islamabad. For 2 years, they have been forced to face the threat and the reality of the hatred exhibited by Doggart and those like-minded individuals. There are people in this country who target, hate, and threaten American Muslims. This punishment given out today is a warning for those who think the way this man thinks, and is a reassurance for people who practice their faith and want to do so in the safety and security allotted by the laws of this land. This community has watched all that has happened in Doggart's prosecution, and today the community is pleased that justice has been served. The community is anxious now to get back to normalcy, and the disposition will bring that necessary closure. We thank you for your interest in this case. We thank the judge, the jury, the community of Islamabad, its neighbors, people all across the country who sent emails, text messages of support and concern when the threat first came to light, and who sent written condemnation of the acts by Robert Doggart and his cohorts. As the judge said, this was a crime not just against the community of Islamabad, but it was a crime by Robert Doggart against the United States of America. Thank you. We'll take questions.
Well, I just want to ask one question. What was going through your mind, or what do you guys think about the remarks that Robert Doggart did say in his allocution today, just in his apology to you guys, and just in general, what he had to say today?
It felt sort of superficial, but not surprising. If someone had the audacity to plan what he planned, then with that comes a sense of entitlement that he had every right to do what he did. And that's what his apology sounded. It sounded flat and it fell on his face. But there are people who think just the way he thinks, and hopefully this sentence today reverberates in that community of people, which is the extreme right wing.
And then I guess again into his regards of just the grand jury process being, not to, I guess, a standard and whatnot. What do you guys think about that?
Same thing. That people who believe that they're above the law, nothing you do or say will humble them. And that's what we've seen this afternoon.
And then last question, with all of the talk about his medical and personality disorder and things like that, do you guys feel that indeed does factor into anyone performing duties like this at all? Or what?
I guess I'll challenge you with the question of, are you crazy because you planned it, or did you plan it because you're crazy? And then, does it make a difference? That's it.
What is your general feeling of the Robert Doggart sentencing? Was it enough?
The community is pleased.
And have you spoken to the people of Islamabad yet?
We'll be having a conference call with them.
And why is it so important that he receive a stiff sentence?
It's not only is it a punishment for his actions, but it's also a warning, and it serves as a reassurance to victims, and not just the community of Islamabad. That's not the only victim. The entire country is a victim. People of faiths, all of the Abrahamic faiths are victims. Racial minorities, ethnic minorities, religious minorities, they're all victims, and this punishment is a reassurance to them that this government takes it seriously.
So is it really a safe time, for people in this community right now, or is there other concerns?
I think the community in general, and I'm talking the global country, sentence comes sort of at a bittersweet moment.
Thank you.
So, a lot of the minors that you guys said, you mentioned and their concerns, their anxieties. When you go back there, when you speak to them,
We'll say to them that justice has been served, and I don't think we'll ever take away the way our village was before this happened. We of course are way more cautious because Robert Doggart is probably not the first and last. But at the same time, the citizens today will see to others and warn to others that may have the same idea or same interest and same type of scheme that it won't be tolerated by others. That if you do cross the line, you can and will go to jail.
I think another point that the judge so eloquently made is that the residents of Islamberg, the citizens of the United States, but in particular the residents of Islamberg, are due the same rights and freedoms that all Americans enjoy, and that Robert Doggart himself enjoyed, which allowed him to be able to participate in his trial and to have a jury of his peers deliberate.
does the community feel safer?
They are reassured. Threats, unfortunately, still exist.
One unique thing about this community, words are hard to capture, but this is a community that has a very strong sense of faith and a very strong sense of God awareness. And so, while the community is always conscious of threats, fearful is not a good word. Disrupted is not a good word. Concerned, yes, but fear will never ever do this